CYBATHLON, where skillful pilots team up with new technologies to accomplish stunning things.
CYBATHLON macht glücklich.
우리가 포기할 수 있는 일들을 가능하게 만들어줍니다.
Wir treten mit und gegeneinander an.
Teams from countries around the globe fight to win the competition. Which team will present the smartest technology? And who has the best pilot? CYBATHLON competitions include 8 disciplines. They all call for skill, precision, concentration, and endurance. Electric wheelchairs climb stairs. Prosthetic arms feel out and pick up hidden objects. And exoskeletons let paralyzed legs walk again. Intelligent assistive technologies help simplify the everyday lives of people with disabilities. Technology, competitive spirit, emotions, CYBATHLON 2024 will be all of that. Today's CYBATHLON Challenge is the first competition on the road to CYBATHLON 2024. Challenges will be staged twice a year. Teams can use them to prepare CYBATHLON 2024 in the best possible way, step by step. Today's CYBATHLON Challenge discipline, the exoskeleton race. Teams will have to complete the following task both correctly and as quickly as possible. The race course includes 9 different objects that have to be passed as quickly as possible. Pilots have to step on each structure with at least 1 foot. Stepping on the floor between objects is not allowed. The race course will change as objects will be rearranged for each attempt. The competitor covering the entire course flawlessly while clocking the fastest time wins. Each team has 2 attempts. The better attempt will count. The following teams will line up for today's Exoskeleton Challenge. Team Project March of the Delft University of Technology has been working with pilot Koen van Zeeland for 2 years. He's 35 years old and paraplegic following an injury sustained from an accident 9 years ago. The Dutch team consists of 26 students who manage the project autonomously. Koen van Zeeland and his team are making their CYBATHLON debut this year. They will be competing in Delft. Their opponents are the members of Team Varileg Enhanced of the Eastern Switzerland University of Applied Sciences. With their pilot Thomas Krieg, they placed 7th in 2020. They also participated in the 2016 edition. Thomas Krieg had been a professional bobsleigh athlete until a fall during training in 2015 that left him paraplegic. The Swiss team will compete at the Zurich CYBATHLON Hub.
Hello and welcome to CYBATHLON Challenges for 2022, and of course the beating heart of the CYBATHLON organisation here at ETH Zurich. Now, joining myself, Nick Fellows, in the commentary box is the head of the CYBATHLON project. Of course, it's Roland Zigrist. Roland, welcome to the Combox. Welcome to the first day of action. First question. The challenges. What is it all about? We know it's the road to 2024. What are we trying to achieve? Tell us more.
Exactly. A couple of weeks ago, we published the first version of the full rules book for CYBATHLON 2024. Together with experts, with end users, we developed new tasks, we adapted old tasks, and now we have 10 tasks for each discipline. We selected one for the CYBATHLON challenges. The idea is to onboard the teams for the CYBATHLON 2024 edition and to see what they can do at the moment and which way they have to go to CYBATHLON 2024.
And of course, we're going to be taking you all over the world in these CYBATHLON challenges, as far as Indonesia to Paris, and here, of course, at the ETH in Zurich, where all of our live programming will be coming from. Roland, the event itself is getting bigger, better, more established. What are you hoping to achieve from these challenges as part of that build-up to the 3rd edition of CYBATHLON, which we're already looking forward to in 2024?
Yes, it's very important that the teams learn to work together with the end users, with the pilot. The teams do that very well. And we start with the challenges in order that they can iterate their devices until the end product that we test again in 2024. So this feedback from the pilot, interaction with the developers is very important to create a device that is useful and reliable in daily life. And the challenges is the first event where we can test this.
And our first challenge today is the exoskeleton race. Robotic exoskeletons are devices that enable people with paraplegia to stand upright, walk or go up and down stairs. And it's time to introduce our first team. This is the Varileg Enhanced team, and Varileg with their pilot. You can see there Thomas Krieg already up out of the chair, strapped in to his exoskeleton, and the team is led by Sylvia Rona. Now, the team that goes up against the Swiss team is at the Delft University. They're known as Project March. But, and it's a big but here, they've had a little bit of technical difficulty. After a warm-up and a practice earlier today, the team, which is made up of 26 students from different fields, including biomedicine and computer science, have had a little bit of a problem with the machine. Now, this is what the challenges are all about, learning how to deal with a competitive environment, Roland. But these are really tough pictures for the team over in Holland.
Yes, exactly. These exoskeletons are very complex systems. They have to interact with a human and they have to be reliable. And this is exactly what it is all about. In the competition they have to work, but also in daily life they have to work. Otherwise it cannot be used by the end user. So they gain a lot of experience with that today.
Well, the Swiss team are ready to go. We keep our fingers crossed for the Dutch team at the Delft University. But here at the ETH Zurich, Varileg are up and ready to go. Now, remember, there are 9 stones on the floor. 8 of them have to be navigated. And, of course, the former international bobsled rider, Thomas Krieg, is the pilot and the man ready to go. Now, you'll be able to see that blue screen down in the competition area, which will give Thomas the countdown to begin. And there, Sylvia Rona, just to Thomas's left, will be there monitoring the exoskeleton. It's been a little bit of a frustrating period for Thomas. It's a test of his composure right now because we've tried to delay as long as we possibly can to allow the Project March team to get their exoskeleton up and running. And now Thomas just waiting patiently for that countdown to begin the challenge. Now, there is a time limit, a target. It must be under 4 minutes. This is the first heat of 2. You can see the countdown is already on its way. We're down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. CYBATHLON challenges get underway. It's the exoskeleton race. It is the Varileg Enhanced team, and their pilot is Thomas Krieg. And there is the first stone challenge completed. Marshals making sure that the rules and regulations are all contested. It's a rather nervous start, I would say, from Thomas, but the exoskeleton now starts to find those stones so smoothly and easily, Roland.
Yes, exactly. It looks very nice, even though it looks also a bit nervous, but this is clear. It's the first CYBATHLON challenges here. The stones have different distances, so the step length has to be adapted from step to step, and the team does not know beforehand which distances are set on the route. So they have to adapt as you have to adapt in daily life sometimes.
Now, 4 minutes is the maximum time allowed, and of course the fastest, either from the first or the second heat, will win this exoskeleton race challenge. And after a little bit of a slow start, now look at Thomas Krieg, whose patience has been tested before the start of this competition, but he knows why. Look at the clock. This is fast. This is accurate. This is a wonderful piece of work here.
This looks very robust.
Very strong. And a sensational time. 1 minute 36. And the Varileg Enhanced team will be delighted with their pilot, with their exoskeleton device. And is Thomas going to give us a little smile as well? Because he's going to be very, very happy indeed with that.
If you compare this performance to the performances in 2016 or 2020, you see they have improved a lot. They're very fast, even though this route was not known beforehand. I think that this was a really great performance.
And I think that's one of the key points that you've made, Roland. They have not practiced on this track. It is brand new. He's got to make that exoskeleton move where he wants it to do. And to me, it's the time that is most impressive. 1 minute 36 is confirmed to the right of your screen. Now, we move to the Delft University over in the Netherlands, and we just hope that the machine... Oh, this is not what we were hoping for. More technical issues. They're working away. Maybe they can get that machine up and running for Heat 2. And I'm hoping that we can have a word with the team manager, Lieke Rolfs, or the pilot there, Koen van Zeeland. But right now, this is not what we were hoping to see. This is bitterly disappointing for the team, albeit a learning curve, Roland, in a competitive environment.
Yes, it is disappointing at the moment, but I think they will learn out of it and improve the system for the next event.
Now, let's speak with our pilot and the manager. Welcome, Lieke, and welcome to Koen. It's great to have you, but it's not the interview that we were hoping for today. I was told that the machine and the exoskeleton itself was working fine this morning, but just before the get-go, a few problems. We'll start with Lieke. Lieke, can you give us a little bit more information on the problem?
Yes, of course. So yesterday during rehearsal, the training was fine. Exoskeleton was working great. This morning we started very early at 7:30, and the air gates, so the walking in the air and walking on the ground, it's the test we first do, were also working great. But when Koen was getting into the EXO and we went to stand up, unfortunately the right ankle wasn't working properly. So he got out, and we're trying to find the problem of the urgency of the problem. It's of course the right ankle, so currently the whole team and also the team of last year are working on a problem to change the O drive and encoder. So hopefully we're ready for the second run.
Koen, a question for you. It's a race against the clock, but not the kind of race that you were hoping for. Naturally, you're bitterly disappointed right now. Are you hopeful that you may get the exoskeleton up and running for the second heat?
I really don't know. I hope so. Yesterday was a really good day. I had a really good training, and hopefully we will fix it in time.
Is there anything that you are doing as the pilot of the exoskeleton other than biting your fingernails right now in anticipation? It's one of those sporting moments where you've just got to sit, wait and hope that your competition day can unfold.
Try to stay focused, and hopefully they will fix it. But if I'm gonna help, then it certainly won't work anymore. So.
Guys, we are so sorry. We're as disappointed as you are. We wish you and your team the best of luck. Everything is crossed here in the studio that we can get you going for Heat 2. And let's hope that that team, look at them all working away at the Delft University, can get that exoskeleton working. Very good words from both Lieke and Koen there, trying to put the disappointment behind them. This is a learning curve in its own right, Roland. In a competitive environment, something goes wrong. Better for it to happen here in the CYBATHLON Challenges than the big event in 2024. But it must be disappointing for all 26 of the team members.
Yes, it is disappointing for them. The team built a team earlier, so they have 1 year time to create a new version of the existing exoskeleton. So there were 5 exoskeletons of Project March earlier. So they switch the teams, new students come in and they develop. Now they have the support of the former team, as Lieke also said, so they can hand over the experience. And yes, they will be prepared for the next competition, I'm sure. And I hope we will see them in the second race. today.
And of course, Cohen is a new kid on the block. He's a debutant to CYBATHLON, and it's a tough learning curve for the pilot as well as those students trying to get that exoskeleton up and running.
Yes, this might also help for the future for Cohen to prepare for a competition mentally as well, I can imagine. But now it's a teamwork, and we will see how they fix the problem and make it to the race or not.
Well, they make it to the race or not is the key question here in Zurich. Varileg have had a great first heat, but the question is, can the Project March team get their exoskeleton up and running in time for Heat 2? And we'll have the full story of Heat 2 coming up live after this quick break. Welcome back to CYBATHLON Challenges for 2022. Nick Fellows and Roland Siegrist, I should say, in the combox. We're in the middle of the exoskeleton race here at the ETH in Zurich. Varileg Enhanced are ready to go with their second heat. Remember, the best time of the two heats is carried forward, and here we can see a very relaxed looking pilot here, Thomas Krieg, very fast indeed, 1 minute 36. Quick word from you, Roland, here. What is the tactic now? He's got that good fast time in the bank. Does he push even harder, look for more speed, or will it be something very similar from a tactic perspective of the first heat?
Yes, I think he will try to push the limit.
Push the limit is the word from our expert analyst. The clock has got it down to away we go. Now, this is a much more fluid, positive start, working that exoskeleton onto the first of the 9 stones.
I think in the exoskeleton race, recovery between the tasks is also an issue, and I think that Thomas saved a lot of energy because it went so smooth in the first trial, and now he can try to beat his own time again. I think he has energy left for that.
And of course, the Varileg team will have known that the team in the Netherlands, Project March, have struggled just a little. Oh, and there's a real air of confidence about this now. The clock is not up on the screen, but we will give you that timing as soon as it comes through via the commentary box here at ETH Zurich. But this, to me, right on the edge of the stone there. Now, if the foot touches the floor, then there is a penalty, but just avoids it there, Roland.
Yes, it was very close. When they touch the ground with the foot, it's a fail, so no score. But they have a good teamwork, so Thomas receives the commands from his teammates. They tell him which step to do. This is their tactic.
And the team leader to the left there, Silvia Rona, very happy indeed. Thomas Krieg again. I'll wait for the official 1:22 is confirmed, and wow, takes a big chunk of time off that first heat performance. Great work again from Thomas Krieg, that exoskeleton working so well. The pilot's confidence is growing, and that truly is an exceptional performance. And as Roland, our expert in the combox here, pointed out, that rest time in between Heat 1 and Heat 2 is so important. Here we see Thomas wiping the sweat off the brow. But once he got going, the rhythm, the flow, the control and confidence, all of the key elements clearly demonstrated.
Exactly. Thomas has a lot of training with an exoskeleton. He has already competed in past events, so he exactly knows what it needs to compete well. The teams knows it, so he's very experienced, and we see that clearly. The device is reliable. They can even optimize their strategy. They have time for that, and this is what they demonstrated today.
And a 14-second improvement in time is just absolutely brilliant. I have to say the team will be delighted, and it is a true team effort. But pilot Thomas Krieg there with the second heat time 1:22, 1:36 was the opener. Sadly for Koen van Zeeland at the Delft University in the Netherlands, a task fail for the first heat, and we will head back to the Netherlands to see if the exoskeleton of Project March has been repaired in time. But that is a very special performance from the Varileg enhanced team there. So quick.
Yes, he's so quick. It would be even hard with a working exoskeleton from the Project March team to beat this. Brilliant performance. They adapted to the step lengths very well. You see, it was once a bit close to the floor with his footstep, but they managed it perfectly. We're even faster in the second trial.
Roland, I have to pause you there. We've got some breaking news, and I think it's coming from the Delft University. And look at the commotion here. Applause and celebration. Wow, this exoskeleton may well be ready for the second heat in the Netherlands. Oh, look at the team. There are 26 of them there from different fields, and it looks like the Project March team have solved the problem under extreme pressure, no question of a doubt. But Project March look to have the exoskeleton repaired, ready. Their pilot has been sitting, watching and waiting patiently. Here he comes. This is Koen van Zeeland. And this is, first of all, Roland, amazing teamwork. And secondarily, Varileg have not walked away with this competition just yet.
Yes, we have also to consider that they had not too much time to prepare for this task, because we published the rules book only a couple of weeks ago, and they took the challenge to do this task, and now I hope they will be successful on the track as well.
And I'm so pleased that we can stay for these live pictures from Delft University in the Netherlands, because this is what the exoskeleton is all about. We can see the pilot getting out of the chair. Of course, it's Koen van Zeeland. And Koen, who had a spinal cord injury due to an accident 9 years ago. Now, he will lift himself out of the chair into the exoskeleton, strap himself in, and then take on the challenge. And this is what it's all about. They enable people with paraplegia to stand upright, walk, and, of course, compete in CYBATHLON. Let's go to the team manager, Lieke, who I believe has got a chance to quickly speak to us and can give us the latest news on how they've got that exoskeleton going. Lieke, thank you very much for your time once again. This is very exciting. It looks like we've got a race on our hands. It looks like you and the team have got the exoskeleton up and working. Please tell us more.
Yeah, it was a nerve-wracking morning. So this morning everything worked fine, but we had some troubles with the right ankle. The team and the old team, it looks like they were finished in time to compete in the second run of the exoskeleton. So that's very exciting. Today we're going to use our cameras to detect stones with. That's something that's in line with our team goal. So we're very excited to be able to compete in this competition. Hopefully the exoskeleton stays working, and we'll just stay tuned.
Lieke, can you tell us exactly what the problem was, or was it just general technical issues? Can you put your finger right on the point that had to be repaired?
It was the communication in the right ankle.
So we will watch that very carefully. First and foremost, congratulations to you and the team. To be honest, we're so happy to see your pilot being strapped into the exoskeleton. You've done a fantastic job. Now, it's a bit of a pressure moment also for Koen as well. Certainly learning a lot very quickly. What's your expectation from the pilot right now? Will he be a little tentative, or will he try and go out there and beat the Swiss Varileg team?
Well, Koen is very competitive, so he's right now really in his focus point. It's very quiet around him. He's just doing the best he can, and he really wants to win, so we'll see. But I have to admit, Thomas, you have done a great job. The whole team, you're doing a great job. It was good to see you compete, and we'll just see what happens.
Let's leave it to the clock and the race environment. There's a lovely shot back here in Zurich of Thomas and Sandra, the Varileg team, but it looks like we have a race on our hands here. That is a real pressure moment for the Project March. 26 students. It looks like every one of them at one point wanted to try and help to get the exoskeleton going, and it looks like we have a race on our hands.
Yes, that's great, because developing an exoskeleton is a multidisciplinary thing. So you have engineers, you have communication persons, you have electrical engineers, physical therapists, and teams or people that guide the trainings. So it's everything has to come together to be able to compete, but also in daily life to create assistive technology that is useful, and so much is coming together.
Now, I believe we've got time to have a quick chat with Thomas Krieg, who is the pilot currently leading. Thomas, congratulations once again. Hopefully you can hear me. Another brilliant performance. You improved your time by 14 seconds from Heat 1 to Heat 2. Tell us how your performance went and what was the difference that gave you that 14-second improvement?
Sagen wir, ich hatte 2 solide Läufe. Im ersten bin ich eher auf die Sicherheit gegangen. Und im zweiten habe ich dann probiert, auch durchzudrücken, nicht so lange Pause auf den Töckel machen. Und das sind die 14 Sekunden.
So it was basically a strategic decision. The first run was more for the solid results, that we got a first good flight. And then the second one, he avoided all the breaks in between the steps. So that results in 14 seconds better.
Sylvia, thank you so much. Another quick question for you and the team. What do you think of the situation for Project March at the Delft University in the Netherlands? It looks a bit stressy from our perspective.
It looks crazy stressful, and I really hope they can compete. And I know that they're a great team. I'm really looking forward to see them perform.
And another question for Thomas, Sylvia. What's it like for the pilot right now? Because we saw some pictures of Thomas waiting, and getting a little bit tense. Can Thomas tell us how, as a pilot, he deals with these situations and scenarios?
So Thomas says for him it's pretty easy. He just has to wait, basically. He's not really tense, by the way. And it's a bit more stressful for the spotters, actually, because currently he's leaning against the spotters so that he doesn't really have to lift his own weight with the arms.
And Sylvia, does Thomas have a couple of words of advice for Koen van Zeeland, the pilot over in the Netherlands?
Freude haben, Spaß haben und ein cooles Event bestreiten.
Have fun and enjoy the event.
Well, let's go to thank you so much, guys. Great words, as always. Congratulations. Let's see if Project March can get their exoskeleton up and running. But it's going to be very difficult to beat that amazing time of 1 minute 22 seconds set by Varileg. The whole purpose of the CYBATHLON challenges is to prepare for the big event in 2024. And what a learning curve both of these exoskeleton teams are having right now, Roland.
Yes, the goal with the CYBATHLON challenges is to repeat it twice a year, so the teams have the opportunity to show where they are and also to practice for the big event and to communicate their story, and we communicate their story about the pilots, about the technology, and also, of course, the teams exchange between the events, so it's not only against each other, it's also with each other. That's what we experienced in the past years as well.
So let's go over to the Delft University in the Netherlands, and they're ready to go. But I'm not sure whether the exoskeleton is cooperating as much as we would like. We are watching carefully. Still in seated position is Koen van Zeeland. This is the pilot for Project March, 35 years of age. Suffered a spinal cord injury due to an accident 9 years ago. He rides his handbike. He's worked so hard to make his CYBATHLON debut here. But the technology has just gone against them at the moment. They're struggling. It's not looking good for the Delft team in the Netherlands. What's quite interesting about this team is that it's a non-profit student team, and it is the only CYBATHLON team that is consisting exclusively of students without the guidance of a professor. So it looks, Roland, from these pictures, that it is a team decision, but it's not looking like the decision we were hoping for.
No, I think we see some disappointment in the faces of the team, but still congratulations to the team because they took the challenge. They tried hard in the last weeks. They did not have a lot of time to prepare, and congratulations to them still for working on that exoskeleton and make it almost ready for the challenges.
Let's get an update from the team manager. It's Lieke Rolfs. I'm hoping that we can get a quick update from the team. Lieke, what's the latest news? It looks quite despondent, a lot of discussion between your team members. Can you let us know what's happening now?
Yeah, unfortunately we were not able to solve the problem, so the communication on the right ankle, but it was the left ankle was from the opposite direction. Yeah, we're not going to make it in time, so for this year we cannot participate in this challenge, which is very unfortunate, very sad. But we know, like yesterday, we completed the obstacle, so we know that we still are able to succeed the obstacle. So I'm still very happy and proud of the team. And although it was a rough morning, we're still happy that unfortunately that we not compete, but that we know that we could do it.
Lieke, we are proud of you as well. We are so proud of the learning curve that you've gone through in a very, very stressful competition environment. The coordination, cooperation from all of your team has been exceptional to watch. But we're taking a look at a video on our screens of your team in action yesterday. It was looking so good, Lieke, just 24 hours ago.
Yeah. The situation can change so quickly. Yeah, the good thing is that for this year, we really wanted to use our cameras to detect the environment and to adapt our walking patterns on the environment. So we were very proud that we could tackle this obstacle with the use of our cameras, and then you could see in the video that we succeeded. Unfortunately, not on the day of the competition, but still, I'm very proud of the team, and it's nice that the whole team worked together so well and so closely.
Lieke, we are incredibly proud of you and your team. This is just the start of the road to CYBATHLON 2024. I'm sure you and all of the rest of the team will become even more determined, even more focused after today.
I have Koen here next to me. Maybe he also wants to say a word.
It's really disappointing, and hopefully we get it fixed today and even walk again. But it's really bad that we couldn't beat our opponent. But congratulations, and I saw your work; it was really nice.
Yeah, congratulations.
Koen and Lieke, thank you so much for your time. It's not the easiest of circumstances to give interviews and give us all the detail. We wish you the best of luck on the road to CYBATHLON 2024. We know you'll be back, and we know you'll be pushing all of the teams across the globe to the absolute best. Thank you so much, guys, and well done today. I'm so sorry the story didn't go the way we all wanted. Well, an extraordinary story, a real pressure moment for the Dutch Project March team. It didn't quite go their way, but you can see already, Roland, how more determined they have become a successful team. And that is the beauty of CYBATHLON. It is making their exoskeleton a better piece of technology through competition at all levels.
Exactly. So do you see the teamwork that is necessary to make the system run, the exoskeleton run, together with the pilot? And this is what it is all about. We develop the tasks for daily life. So the teams have to solve tasks of daily life. And in daily life, the system has to work reliable on the spot. And this is what we benchmark also with the CYBATHLON competitions.
So congratulations to the Varileg Enhanced team. Some spectacular performances, real tactical competition. Again, Thomas, I love the way you played it out today. What we would call in English a banker on the first run and then 14 seconds quicker on the second leg. Tell us a little bit more about how it all unfolded. Clearly, you're absolutely delighted with a spectacular win today.
Ja, für mich ist das Highlight die letzten 6-7 Wochen gewesen. Ich habe mich extrem auf den Wettkampf gefreut heute. Schade hat es nicht geklappt, dass wir den Konkurrenten können noch schlagen, sozusagen. Also wir haben einen, aber leider schade hat er nicht können laufen. Ich hoffe aufs nächste Mal. Und für mich ist auch vor allem die Zusammenarbeit, die ich mit dem Team habe, ist einfach genial. Wir haben 6 bis 7 Wochen wieder alles gegeben, dass wir das Hindernis schaffen und wir haben es mit Bravour bestanden und das ist für mich das Highlight von dem Ganzen auch.
So Thomas says his main highlight were the last 6 to 7 weeks where he was able to walk in the exoskeleton again, to work with the team. Because for all, as Roland said before, it's a real team effort. We have a lot of people from a lot of disciplines involved. And yeah, as Thomas said, it is a pity that Project March wasn't able to start today, but we're certainly looking forward to the next challenge and competition where we have a running Project March device.
Sylvia, give us a little more detail on the team that Thomas is describing, because there is a huge amount of backup and support that goes on behind the scenes. We only see the competition itself. Give us a little bit more detail on the rest of your team.
Well, the team is quite extensive. At times, we have a lot of students involved as well. The people you see here, those are people who work as lab staff, as faculty staff with us. And we have people we have a health scientist, I'm a movement scientist, we have mechanical engineers, electronical engineers. Currently, we have Gabriel as a mathematician. So it is really important to have a lot of different backgrounds in the team. And as the main part of the team, we have the pilot as the starting point. What we are doing is always user-centered design. So we develop with the user in the team. And that is really crucial. We don't develop technology because technology is cool. We do develop something which enables people to complete a task or to solve their problems.
And the project is incredibly exciting, Sylvia, clearly going in the right direction. What's next on the list for you and the team and Thomas as we get on the road to CYBATHLON 2024?
Well, actually, what you see here is not our main project currently. We kind of delayed our main project because, as you know, we have the team Varileg Enhanced in the exoskeleton race. And we also have the team Mobility Enhanced in the wheelchair race. And we have pilots from both disciplines. Of course, we talk to our users and we notice that what kind of technology you use doesn't matter really. For them, they want to be mobile in their everyday life. They want to have the health benefits of exoskeletons. And so currently we are working on what we call the enhanced hybrid. The enhanced hybrid is a device which combines the advantages of exoskeletons and of wheelchairs. So I really hope that in a year or two we can compete here with the enhanced hybrid.
Wow, you've got us on the edge of our seats, wanting more already, Sylvia. Very exciting project, a very exciting future. Most importantly, congratulations to you and the team with a spectacular victory here today. Well done, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Roland, if I can turn to you, some great words there from Sylvia and a great performance from Thomas and the team. They're already looking forwards, working on new concepts and projects. And one of the key aspects there to improve the health of the users. And that is something that is real hope to a lot of people tuning in right now.
Yes, the exoskeleton is also good for training the cardiovascular system to move the whole body. It improves bone density. It's good for the heart. So it's standing upright also helps there. And the combination of a wheelchair and an exoskeleton, well, what Silvia mentioned, is very exciting, and I'm looking forward to see that in a couple of months.
And of course, looking forward, prostheses of the arm races still to come and the wheelchair races. Tell us a little bit more about what we can look forward to, Roland.
Yes, we have teams in the powered wheelchair race which have a new stairs task to solve. It's out of the new rule book as well. And this is a new challenge for them, an adapted challenge. And then we have the arm prosthesis race also with an adapted task where they have to clean up a table, grasp objects and put it in the right place. And we will see that this is not so easy, but the teams will manage this in the challenge, I'm sure.
Roland, thank you so much for your time today. That brings us to the end of today's programme. As we've heard from Roland, an awful lot to look forward to at CYBATHLON Challenges for 2022. But that brings us to the end of their show. On behalf of all of the team here at ETH Zurich, many thanks for your company. It's goodbye for now.
Tomorrow at CYBATHLON Challenges, the arm prosthesis race. Who is the fastest to put various everyday objects in the correct position? Find out in our live stream on CYBATHLON.com at noon Central European Time. Don't miss the CYBATHLON action.